Hi, and welcome to Nurturing Compassion. I'm Nicole, and I don't know if you can see him, but Charlie is sitting over here. Today, I want to talk to you about the time I took a women's self-defense class and how that impacted my life. I had never considered doing karate, doing any kind of really Tai Chi self-defense stuff. I was never really interested in it. However, when I was just going through my email earlier in the semester, I saw that Salisbury University Police Department was offering a free self-defense course. It was called a Rape Aggression Defense Course, R.A.D. And I was like, wow. I kind of sent an email saying, hi, yeah, I'm interested. I showed up, and basically the class was taught by 4 university police officers, and it was just amazing. Like, I was not expecting myself to love this course as much as I did. It was basically 4 3-hour sessions, and the last day was scenarios where basically everyone got padded up, including one of the male officers, who then basically would do a scenario with you. You didn't know what was going to happen, and you were just supposed to use the moves that you had learned to see how you would react under pressure without someone telling you what moves to use. And oh my gosh, like, there's so much I want to say about this class. Like, seriously, I just want to start by saying that really every woman everywhere should take a class like this, because it is so empowering. I think that was a major thing, was that I was learning these moves, and a lot of them were just they came so naturally to me, and I was amazed to see how much power I held in my body. They talk about how men are stronger than women in their arms, but women are stronger in their legs and their hips. So they give us a lot of kicks and just a lot of moves that really tap into the power of our lower bodies. Another thing is that I was so shocked how much I actually loved doing self-defense moves. It felt like at the end of the day, it was just like this total stress relief where you could just let it all out. And of course we were screaming as we would do the moves, which helps with making sure that you're breathing, because when you're scared, you tend to breathe less, but when you make sure you are breathing, then you are channeling, allowing more energy to come into your body. So every move we'd say, no, stop. So that was just so good, to just move your body and use your voice while you're moving your body. Seeing what I'm capable of was absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, when I got to the scenarios, I just reacted. Like, I was not thinking about what I was doing, but I just started using all these moves that I had been learning and drilling into my memory for the last few days. There was 3 scenarios, and at the end of the last one, which was the most intense, I actually just like started crying. Like, I just started bawling, and it was because I was overwhelmed with so much emotion. It was like the fear of actually being in that situation, even though it was fake, but also just the joy of knowing that I could overcome that situation if I was in it, and just feeling so powerful, and of course the adrenaline that was running through me. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, are you having an asthma attack? And I was like, no, I'm good. The male officer, he took off his helmet, and he said that even though he was so padded up, one of my punches to his face through his helmet had actually disoriented him, and he was looking for me to keep the scenario going, and I was already gone. And he was just telling me how much strength I have within my body, and that I am a very, powerful woman, which was so awesome. And I know there was this other officer, Tina, that I got pretty close to, and I just gave her a hug, and she told me I did a good job. And it was just really special also to get to know these officers, just seeing how much these individuals wanted us to have the tools that we need to protect ourselves. It was so amazing. Another thing is, I was just so amazed by how easy some of the moves are. Like, I always thought that when you're in a fight, it's all about who's stronger, who has the most force behind what they're doing. But what I learned in this class is that a lot of it has to do with technique, not strength. It was really cool to learn that you can be a 100-pound girl being attacked by a 200-pound guy, and if you have the right techniques, you can still get out. And it's just little stuff that it's just like, you wouldn't even believe that that could free you from being held by someone. So for example, it's like they told us about how if someone grabs your arms, so like if someone grabbed my arm right here, then I can get out by pulling my arm up wherever the person's thumbs are. And so all you really have to do is push up if their thumbs are facing up, and push down if they're facing down, and it is physically impossible for that person to continue holding you if you break through their thumbs. It's just, it doesn't feel real. There was many techniques where as long as you stay calm and as long as you stay focused on escaping and just take a moment to remember what you learned and know how to escape, then you will be okay. And I'm not saying that it will be easy for you to escape an attacker if, you know, God forbid this happens to you after you take one of these classes, but what I'm saying is that you do feel so much more confident and you have the tools that you need in order to get out and to survive. You might get beat up, you might get bruised, but you will escape. These moves working has a lot to do with the element of surprise, because the fact of the matter is that when a man attacks a woman, they do not expect the woman to fight back. And so it is very shocking when a woman gets into her defensive stand, when she throws punches, when she knows how to break out of your arms. They're not expecting you to do that. They're expecting you to freeze, basically. Another thing that I loved was that they gave you so many different techniques, and they told you from the beginning. They were like, some of you are going to be really good at certain kicks, some of you are going to be really good at certain punches, and there will be stuff that doesn't come that naturally to you that you find more difficult. And that is why we are giving you 4 others that you can use, because you don't have to use a move that is uncomfortable to you or that doesn't flow naturally. There is a move that works best for you. And so they gave us so many options on different things that we can do. And so that was another thing, like I just had walked out with this gigantic toolkit of all these moves, and in the scenarios I did see that I was using the ones that I was the best at when we were practicing. And what I love is that the male officer, he always said, he was like, by the end of this, I want all of you to take fear and turn it into anger so that you can survive. That is how you should think about it. And I thought that that was so, so cool, because I feel like I've experienced something similar with public speaking. I guess it's a little different, but the reason that people get afraid when they present is also kind of similar. It's this flight or flight reaction, because evolutionarily, we get scared when there are a bunch of beings watching us, which makes sense. I always get scared before I present, but by listening to that fear and then taking it and turning it into excitement and just saying like, I'm so excited, it's a very similar emotion, and it changes something inside of me. And so I'm able to take that fear and channel it into energy during my presentation and present with so much more emotion and character and confidence. And so I think of what the officer said as something similar, where you're taking your fear and instead you're just turning it into anger so that you can tap into that energy and you can fight back and you can be powerful and confident. Those are the main things that I have learned from taking a self-defense class. And just one more cool thing about this R.A.D courses is that you take it and you get your notebook signed, and you can get your notebook signed without doing the final scenarios. I know that that can be very triggering for some people, so it's by no means a requirement, but it is available to you. And I was afraid that it would be pretty triggering, but it was really just showed me what I'm capable of. It really drove home and made me more confident in my abilities. So if you think you are at all able, then I would definitely recommend going through with the scenarios. But you have the options, and as long as you get your book signed, you can then go and take any R.A.D self-defense course in the country for free for the rest of your life. And so basically the reasoning behind that is a lot of it is muscle memory, and so you need to keep practicing. You need to very regularly reiterate these moves and these ideas so that your body will react and naturally go into those stances. That really shows that this isn't about the money, this is really about helping people. So they have these R.A.D courses all over the country, and so I will link the R.A.D website down in the description box below so that you can check out if there's any in your area. They're normally like $25 to $50. I just got lucky that this one happened to be free through my university. But I just cannot recommend taking this class enough. It's 9 hours of your life and they are so well spent. You will not regret this. Even though most of us will never use these skills, thank God, it's just the fact that it builds so much confidence. It makes you feel so powerful. And I'm so passionate about this. I loved taking this class, and I'm so blessed that my intuition guided me to go ahead and sign up for it, because my initial reaction was like, yes, you need to take this class, sign up right now. But then my conscious mind was like, why would you want to take this? This could be very triggering and very scary for you. So like, why would you want to do this to yourself? And I was just able to power through those thoughts because something deeper inside of me was saying that this is something that I need to do, that this is something I would really love. And if you have gained a similar reaction from the title of this video or from watching this video, then definitely listen to your intuition and take this course, because it is just life-changing. Honestly, this course was absolutely life-changing and you will not regret it. Have you ever taken a self-defense course? And if not, do you feel like this video has inspired you to take one in the future? Let me know in a comment down below, as well as asking me any questions that you have about this course or about my experience with it. I'd be happy to start a conversation in the comments. I'm happy to help, that's what I'm here for. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.